Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, I want to respond to a video that I just watched from rapper extraordinaire Cardi B, in which she stated in the video her endorsement of Progressive Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett in Texas, and Cardi B is essentially trying to encourage voters to vote for her in the primaries, get her in permanent. Now, apparently, from what I've been researching, Jasmine Crockett is rising up. Her numbers are growing. More than likely, we're in the primaries now, so her numbers are growing. And I want to respond to what Cardi B said and what the aim of this is all about, because clearly it's towards people of color, right, and marginalized people, the quote unquote marginalized people. So let's get right into this. Yeah, check this out. Can you guys see this? I don't think you can see this, but in the article it's a picture of Cardi B bending all the way over and showing her ASS. Yeah, I said the ASS. That's what she's doing, showing her ASS, and it's like, man, but that's what people want. Anyway, let's go on. Let's go on. Rapper Cardi B, who previously said she was starting not to like America, called the United States ghetto and dusty, and declared this is why some of y'all states be getting hurricanes. Thank you for that great speech, Cardi B. After Donald Trump's 2024 election victory, is now urging voters in Texas, a Gulf Coast state that has been struck by major hurricanes, to back Representative Jasmine Crockett in the Democrat U.S. Senate primary as early voting enters its final days. So let me let you guys listen in on what she said here. It's only like a few seconds.
Listen up, y'all. Early primary voting is happening right now in Texas, and we need Jasmine Crockett to win. She is running for U.S. Senate, and if you want...
Anybody ever thought about how aggravating her voice actually is? She has an aggravating voice. Oh my goodness, let's go ahead.
Somebody that's going to fight for your right, if you want somebody to fight for your community, if you want somebody that's going to go up there and represent you and represent your issues, please vote for my sister Jasmine Crockett. Because one thing about it, she's going to fight her best. She's going to fight whoever she has to, so your voice and your problems could be heard. Vote right now. This counts so much. Vote right now.
Okay, that sounds good. But what are the policies? She's saying she's going to fight for you. Fight for you in what way? We'll get to that. Oh boy. The endorsement comes as Crockett leads Texas State Representative James Rico in the Democratic primary contest. A University of Texas political project poll conducted February 2nd to 14th among 369 likely voters found Crockett ahead 56% to 44%, a 12-point advantage. So check this out. There's another video clip that I want to respond to. And in this video clip, Jasmine Crockett is alongside Kelly Rowland, who I really like. I like Kelly Rowland way better than I like Beyonce. I can't stand Beyonce. But yeah, I said it. But Kelly Rowland, I really like. I know somebody thinking, well, she can't stand you neither. Well, whatever. Okay? That's what I think of her, okay? She's nasty, and the stuff that she's doing is nasty. She just completely changed and gave herself over to the devil. So whatever you want to think, whatever you think, whatever you say whatever you want to say. Okay. But Kelly Rowland, I like her. But right here, I got an issue. Okay. I got an issue. So let's listen to what she has to say. Kelly Rowland alongside Jasmine Crockett.
All right, you guys got to get out there and vote. You know what to do. That's right. We are starting voting on February 17th, and you heard it from the Kelly Rowland. Let's get out and you have a voice. Just go use it.
Okay. Yeah. She says you have a voice. Just go use it. Okay, you're right. You have a voice. Use it. She's right. Let me just read this real quick. Cardi B's latest political endorsement comes after she previously vowed she would not back, quote, no effing president no more, right? Only to endorse then Vice President Kamala Harris at a Wisconsin rally in November 2024, where she insisted, quote, I believe every word that comes out of her mouth. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Lord have mercy, Jesus. Why, Cardi B? Why do you believe everything that comes out that woman's mouth or came out of her mouth? Why, Kelly? Why? Let me go on. Oh boy. The backing followed her public frustration with President Joe Biden, saying he had, quote, really effed up America. How did he F up America, Cardi B? How did he do it? He did it. He truly screwed up America with his policies. But how? You acknowledged it right here, Cardi. Yet somehow you coming behind. Okay, that's all I'm going to read right there. You guys can read the rest of the article in the description box below. Go to www.breitbartnews.com and you can check that out and hear the rest of what she has to say. But I've heard all I need to hear in the video. Yeah. Now, my issue is this. I did a little research on Jasmine Crockett. Now, I'm familiar with her. And to me, I've heard her speak sometimes, but sometimes it's kind of like aggravating to hear her speak because she talk all of this nonsense and Democratic talking points that kind of get aggravating. Even some with some conservatives and some Republicans, their talking points get aggravating too, because I don't think either of those political parties either are privy to the bigger picture or they just completely blotting out what they know. You know, they know it, but they don't want to tell you anyway. But what I do know about Jasmine Crockett, and when I did a little research on her, is that she's a progressive Democrat. Now, that right there is enough to make me be like, no, that's it. She's a progressive Democrat. Our mayor is the mayor in the city of Cleveland is a progressive Democrat. When I heard about that, before he became mayor, I knew it was going to be an issue. I knew he was going to start trying to defund the police. And guess what? All the knuckleheads went and voted for him. And that's exactly what he started doing. The first thing he started doing was defunding the police. Messed up everything. But I know about Jasmine Crockett, she's a progressive Democrat. So that right there is an X for me. And then you add to the other beliefs that she has, her other political worldviews is she's an advocate for immigration reform, right? But when progressive Democrats talk about immigration reform, what they really mean is to keep the borders open. That's what immigration reform is to these quote unquote progressive Democrats. Okay, that's what that is. Immigration reform is keep the borders open because we need to get this new voter base into the country, among other things. Okay, she's also one of her policy concepts and beliefs is helping quote unquote marginalized groups. Now, you know what that's all about. That's DEI and elevating the LGBT community agenda and all of this other stuff that no one cares about over everyone else. Promote them over everyone else. Hire people that are part of this community in spite of the fact that they don't have the qualifications for the job. Okay, do all of that. Forget about anything. That's what she represents. Now, here's the issue that I have with Cardi B. Number one, based on the information that I read in the article and based on what I already know about her, because I've done a video on her, Cardi B, in the past on some comments she made about President Trump. Number one, she's contradictory. I mean, she has contradicted herself. She said she wasn't going to ever vote for another effing president ever, but that you did it. You was going to, but yet you did. Okay. And there's something else that I think too that's interesting about Jasmine Crockett too. But I'll get back to that. But I'm gonna continue my flow with Cardi B and her hypocrisy. In her apparent hypocrisy, if you noticed in her video, she gave no real specifics about why people should come out and vote, other than the fact that, hey, She's going to fight for you guys. She's going to do all, because I know one thing, she's going to fight. She's going to fight. But my question is, Cardi B, and to anyone who's going to vote for Jasmine Crockett, what is she going to fight for you for? What are your needs as someone who lives in this region, in that particular region? What are your needs? And is Jasmine Crockett going to meet your needs? What are they? Because clearly Cardi B is appealing to the black voter base. And what exactly is Jasmine Crockett going to do for black people? In terms of her policies, what is she going to do for black people? What is she going to do? What is it what is it? She's a progressive Democrat. I'll tell you what she will do. Being a progressive Democrat, which is a softer term for socialists, progressive Democrat is a more softer, delicate, and more appealing term rather than saying I'm a socialist. Because Jasmine Crockett is a socialist, or she's a socialist sympathizer, like a lot of these quote unquote Democrats posing as Democrats who are actually communists and socialists posing as Democrats, okay? That's a lie. Don't fall for it. If it says progressive Democrat, black people in that region should not fall for it. But unfortunately, I think a lot of black people are going to fall for this because, in part, if they have watched this video with Cardi B and Jasmine Crockett and Kelly Rowland, okay, then knowing the influence, particularly of Cardi B. Kelly Rowland, she's kind of like, even though I like her, she's not as famous as she once was. Some people probably didn't forget all about her. That's what they're basically doing is using celebrities once again, like Kamala Harris did, using all these celebrities, paying all these celebrities all this tons of money to push and promote her campaign to get people to vote for her. Didn't work. The same principle here. Now, somebody may say, well, yeah, Mr. Bolin, but isn't that what Nicki Minaj is doing in supporting Trump? She's doing the same thing. And my answer to that is, yep, absolutely. Doing the same thing. Same thing. The conservative right and Republicans, they do the same thing. They pander, and they use celebrities to push and encourage people to vote for their political base. I'm not denying it at all. But what I am doing is asking this question. Which one is the best? Which one has the better policies? The Democrats do not have the better policies. Jasmine Crockett does not have the better policies, particularly as a progressive Democrat. And we don't know whether or not she's an extreme leftist Democrat or not. We don't know that until she gets in office. Because think about it. Isn't that how Mamdani ran when he campaigned? He didn't campaign as someone that was radical until he got him. He said he was a socialist, but the way he presented himself was very appealing. It wasn't until he got in office that he said, I'm about to take all of y'all to hell with what I'm trying to push. And they catching it over there in New York. They're catching it. And the man ain't been in office but what, 2 or 3 months? Yeah. I admit that both political parties uses celebrities to encourage their voter base to get on board and start voting. Trump, with Nicki Minaj, same thing. I know that's all political. Well, I won't say it's all political. I mean, I don't know the heart of Nicki Minaj exactly, but in my opinion, I believe it's political. I believe it's political to a large extent. To a large extent, I don't know what she's thinking, but I believe to a large extent it's political. And they're using celebrities to get people to vote and support Trump. We're nearing the primaries. We're nearing the midterms. Come on now, come on. But my question once again is, which side has the better views, the better policies? Unfortunately, most Americans are not going to look at that. They're not going to look at the policies. What they want is what's going to make them feel good. What they want, unfortunately, they've been programmed to want is handouts. Free this, free that, give me this, give me that. Nothing is free. But trying to tell that to the American people is like trying to tell Satan that one day you're gonna get saved and the Lord died for your sins, you're gonna get saved one day and go to heaven. Come on. It's virtually impossible nowadays. It's a waste of time. That's my question. So the thing with Cardi B is doing in that video and have done is hypocritical, is two-faced, and it seems like to me she doesn't know what she want to do. I'm assuming someone is paying, obviously the Democratic Party, I believe it's paying her to do this. And you could argue the Republican Party is paying Nicki Minaj to do what she's doing. You can argue that. Probably so. The Republican Party is not the innocent party here. But their policies, speaking on a lower level, okay, their policies are superior and better for America than the current Democratic base. It just is. And so to sit up here, for Cardi B to sit up here and try, and Kelly Rowland to sit up here and try to get people to vote and support Jasmine Crockett, a progressive Democrat, I think is dangerous ground. I think the people that's listening to this topic, Cardi B and Kelly Rowland, need to really hone in on what they're saying and then do some research about what Jasmine Crockett really represents and what her worldviews are. Because if you put her in office with your votes and you get bad things, you get what you vote for. And I'm certainly not going to feel sorry for you. All I'll say is this: just leave me out of it. Don't touch me. Don't touch my own. I'll just sit back with my hands folded and watch them burn, because you've been warned. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I got to say is about it. So I just wanted to react to that video because I think it's hypocritical. I think she's being two-faced and hypocritical. She doesn't know what she want to do. She says one thing and then all of a sudden come out around the corner, all in the back door and do the very opposite. Make up your mind. Have some stability about yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of these celebrities don't have that. So, yeah, that's what I think about it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.